We open Friday Night Football in Mayville at Jerome Berg Field, where in early region championship headlines our coverage. Mayport CG and Cavalier both undefeated and squaring off for the 9-man Region 2 crown. It's this week's game of the week. Cavaliers starting with great field position after the Patriots fumble the opening kickoff here. Trevor Hinkle taking full advantage, finding the edge around the left side and diving to the pylon. He lands in the blue turf to put the Tornadoes up 6-0. The Patriots driving right down the field on the next drive. Noah Mayhews with the run up the middle, fighting through some contact and into the end zone. We are tied at 6 near the end of the quarter now. Patriots Ethan Bergstrom bouncing this run to the outside, and nobody is around to catch him. They take a 12-6 lead and looking to add to it. Bergstrom takes the snap on the 2-point conversion and sells it. Hits the jump pass to Landon Koenig in the paint. Patriots lead 14-6. In the second quarter now, Cavalier back into the red zone, and a power run by Jacob Steele carries some baggage in with him, cutting the Patriots lead to 2. But that won't last long. The Tornadoes scoring through the air to close the half. Bryson Kleem with the long shot to Hinkle, and he is untouched into the end zone. Tornadoes lead 20-14 at half, and they go on to win it. We now head back out to Mayport, where we find Devin Fry.
That's right, Beth. 42-20, the final out here in Mayville. Cavalier coming out on top against the Mayport CG Patriots. Now, this one really felt like a tale of two games out here. The first half, obviously, as you saw in the highlights, very close, very competitive. The second half, that's when Cavalier kind of spaced it out a little bit. Now, they said the main reason for that big change in the second half was bringing the energy and staying focused.
I think we had more energy. We were really physical, running around, hitting people, and we forced a lot of turnovers. I think we had 4. So that's the big difference.
Cavaliers' hard-nosed physical style of play making all the difference in the second half of this ball game. Offense and defense both wearing Mayport down. Now the win here tonight locks up a share of the region title for Cavalier, but they have to win next week to win outright.
We got to win out. Got to go 1-0 next week and keep things going to get that region title.
Cavalier improving to 7-0 overall. Mayport falling to 6-1. Now, as you can imagine, that one loss not going to end Mayville's season at all. We're going to keep our eye on the Mayport CG Patriots and on the Cavalier Tornadoes as the playoffs approach. But for right now, reporting in Mayville, Devin Fry, Valley News Live Sports.
Thanks, Devin. Best of all, that celebration. How about it? More 9-man scores. Hatton Northwood defeating Larimore by 4, while a couple shutouts shine bright on that board tonight. Wyndmere, Lidgerwood, Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion, and Enderlin, Maple Valley all logging the goose egg as the regular season really starts to wind down and things heat up. Over to 11B action. Oak Grove in Linton tonight. Lions get on the board first. Dean Vetter goes 16 yards. Kick is good. Home team is ahead. Grover's looking to answer right back. Trevor Rodriguez is met by Vetter, though, and the pads were popping tonight. Oak Grove still fighting. Drives to the 3. Jesse Peterson powers over. The kick ties it at 7. The Lions driving now. Trace King breaks free from the pack and goes 14 yards to pit Linton HMB SZ ahead again. They battle till the very end of this one. 23-20 the final as the Grovers edge out the Lions. Well, the Squirrels win on the road 42-22 over the Thunder. More 11B scores. The Vikings picking up their 5th consecutive win and 6th on the season. Well, Oaks takes its 3rd straight. Carrington winning 44-12, and Hillsborough Central Valley keeps things tight in the standings with a 28-13 win. In Class A, a battle of the undefeateds, and a battle it was. 12-7. Ada Borup edges out Polk County West. Cougars improving to 5-0, and Mahnomen-Waubun back from last week's loss to those very same Cougars. 46-7 tonight over the Wolves. More in Minnesota action. The Trojans winning 53-6 tonight, while Hawley defends its home turfs. Pine River Bacchus defeats Warroad 39-30 to improve to 4-1 on the season. The Tigers return home next Friday for their homecoming game against those pesky Cougars of Ada Borup West. We'll stick around after the break. North Dakota 11-man 2A highlight.